Hello everyone, this is Rosemary and this is a journal I made for the Boho Botanical Swap. So this is what I came up with. It was supposed to be in the Boho style and it was supposed to, I guess, feature botanicals. Okay, so as you see in the outside, I have a lot of this embroidered kind of material. This beautiful red lace flower I received in a swap, and in the middle is a button with stars and moons. And then I have some silverish lace with the metallic undercovering there, and again some of these little, I don't know, embroidery pieces. I took Mrs. Cog's class on Boho journals, so that's why it's kind of covered with material. I don't think I'm a very good student because mine sure doesn't look like hers, but I'm trying to understand the Boho style. So here at the bottom, I have some, little coins here to give that Boho gypsy style. Has a little, music to it. And again, my cover is the button and ribbon. This time I let the ribbon loose. So if the person with the closure here, it's loose. So if they just want to tie it and then wind the ribbon around, that's fine if they don't want the bow. Either style is fine. And so it's 40 pages, and we could have divide them into 2 signatures. I did 3 just because I knew it was going to kind of grow. It has a detachable spine, so hopefully it opens better. Anyway, so here we go. As you open it, I hope this is a great introduction to that, what I envision Boho to be, just all kinds of stuff there. So here I have some tags, and there's 3 tags. This is napkin decoupage. Looks really boring until you put all the tags in. This is really a very beautiful little napkin tag, because you can see the bird right there, but it is totally camouflaged behind that pocket. The story begins, and just a little bit and piece there, and there's some lace. And here is Gypsy at Heart. And Gypsy at Heart is really a belly band. And here's the ribbon right here. And you have a tag that you can just pull out like that. Really camouflaged, wouldn't you say? And again, one of my stores, they would put all these bits and pieces in bags and sell them for $1. And I wanted something in the bag, and then I would get all this sparkly stuff. And this is why I have such a collection of sequins and sparkly stuff. So anyway, this is the sequins, some braid, some more braid, a little heart because Gypsy at Heart, and a doily that I received as a gift. This is some paper I bought, when people are destashing, and I just left it alone because it just was pretty. Again, I did some stenciling. Been watching Artie Mae's videos and how she fills up her pages, so it's spraying after it's been coffee stained. I really like the stenciling. This is a really kind of odd, it was a closure, but I really like the buttons just hanging here along with the little bling there. And here you see, this is what the treatment I did with all my blank pages. So in essence, they're not really blank. Oh, I knew I needed another tag. I was trying to remember where it is, but this is actually a pocket. And you see the bling, some lace, and a doily, and the flamingo dancer. And this, because it came from a book page, and how often do you get a book page that's blank? So the owner gets to make this their own. And here's my napkin decoupage, which I adore doing. And again, this treatment with a little light stamping. This is a card I was given. I left it blank because, again, how often, this is something the owner can make their own. I cut a slit right here, and this flower is a tag. And I just kind of, thought, okay, you could put a tag there. That looks kind of cool there. doesn't disturb the page, but you have a little bit of journaling space there. And right here, and there you can see the flower peeking through, but that's the tag is here for disguise. And again, just trying to change up the pockets. And this lovely gold doily. And again, some stamping, some napkin decoupage. And this is a book page on plants, and I thought since it's supposed to be botanical, this would be wonderful. And instead of cutting it, I just folded it over to form a pocket. And there it is. And here is a lovely tag I printed from Pinterest. Bohemian, weird, maverick, unconventional, eccentric, offbeat, free spirit, modern, cool, non-conforming. Okay, so I don't know, you'll be the judge if this journal fits the bill. This is some ribbon I was given with some metallic thread. And here's a flower and a paper punch that, I don't know, I just decorated it, I guess. And it forms a frame right here. And here, again, stenciling some stars, so as you can see, plenty of journaling space, but it is still decorated. This is some braid right here I added, and 2 tags. This is from Pinterest. And this one, I can't recall where I got it from. And it has some lace trim. And again, this is leftover paper. And this is a Sizzix die cut, which I just like that effect right there. And again, the birds, they're just pretty. And that book page for, like I said, it's supposed to be botanicals. And we turn it over. I did this all with all these book pages. And here is a printable from Pinterest about the fortune teller. And at the top, I covered the title this time with some ribbon and some lace. And again, my napkin decoupage and my gold doily that's supposed to go like this, but I kind of like it on the inside also. It works either way. And you open it out, and here is a little pocket with 2 little tags. And again, you know, if you put all your pockets at the bottom, your bottom kind of gets fatter than the top. So again, working on layering, just kind of trying to use up the bits and pieces I receive in swaps. And use up, of course, my bits and pieces that I acquire on my own. So you see how it kind of works like that. Okay, it wasn't meant to be. And again, the green. This is a little bit here. And what I did was, it was like a little cluster with a die cut. My mother gave me all these like stamps that she gets from a charity. And here's my little tag, which I forgot to put some, you know, some kind of thread or ribbon through. But it almost kind of works there. And so you can see here's a pocket in the back. And I just put a little piece of paper just to show it's a pocket. I have tons of tags in here, I don't even count. And I love this book page. It was a handbook of wildflowers. And again, you can see it. Here's a little bit of lace trim and the stenciling. And on this paper, I tended to, if it wasn't as interesting, I would put something up like this. So you see it's a flip up, it flips up. You see the little stamps that I was my mother gave me from a charity. And I think I glued it so that you could stick something there if you wanted to. Flips up, you can journal up here, there. And it also is glued as a pocket. So here are 2 tags. And I like them because they're unusual tags, unusual shapes. And I think that fits the boho style. Put this one right behind this. Oh, this one, now that I look at it, it's actually a little tablet like this. What you can do with all of your paper. Don't throw anything away if you're a junk journaler. Okay, so there you go. And this has a flip, and you can see my sequence in action there. And I have a little lace, and you can pull this beautiful gypsy girl out right there and do some journaling. A lot of metallic, like I said, using up all this weird stuff I had in my stash. And here's some butterfly and some braid, and I think this might be an Artie Mae's tag. One of her freebies, I'm not sure. And here on this side, this is the end of the first signature and the beginning of the second. It was like a sleeve, and you see how it's finished really so pretty. So I made it into a pocket, and these were given to me by Loretta, and you see the tags I made from it. And you turn it over, and on this side I have another gypsy girl, and there is a side loading pocket there. And here, I love this printable. It's from Pinterest, and you can see it's lace lined right there, and it just holds this mystery hand right there for palmistry, I believe. And I added another gold doily because I just thought they were so pretty. And here's some sequins, and you see the treatment I do in all my pages. And this is a Sizzix, the die cuts. Found them at 50%, so I really loaded up on these. So I bought the set, and it kind of goes with the gold and the little yellow braid that's peeking through here. And another book page. And this time the pocket, I covered it. This little piece of paper had been floating around like forever because I knew it would fit somewhere. And here you can see the book page. This is a stamped tag of mine, and this is just some leftover paper I had. And again, they go together like everything in a junk journal does. And some of my napkin decoupage. A little bit of stamping. This is a different kind of doily. Isn't it just beautiful? I think my friend Janie gave me that. And then I just let the paper speak for itself. It's wonderful. It's just very peaceful looking, so you can do whatever you want with it. And this is some real wild ribbon that you will see on this side. Nothing like pink leopard ribbon, wouldn't you say? And here I found this from Pinterest. I am a gypsy soul. The rushing wild will take me where I want to go. I will ride the air from sea to sea so that my gypsy soul is forever free. And here is a tag, and I just kind of put some more ribbon all over this tag, and again with some paper there. Oops, some napkin, blank paper, just a paper page, and I just left them. Here's a little bit of material and some stamping. And you know what I do with this. And here's another card that I received from somewhere. And on the back of it is the die cut, and again from the stamps. And I'm trying to think, I think this one was glued flat. And this is so prominent on the side. And I just think it really works in this journal. I don't think it would have worked anywhere else but in a boho journal. But it is just pretty. And I know they sold it because obviously something was missing there, but it is an opportunity for the new owner to do something with that. And on this side, this is the center of the signatures, which I like to leave kind of, this is your do whatever you want pages. And here's a little bit of lace stapled on, some gold braid, and go at it. And here again, I really like this stencil here. It's a blank page, another blank page, 2 blank pages, very rare. Okay, and napkin stamping. Life is about creating yourself. The book page, a little bit of my napkin decoupage, and this is again a flip out. Here's some material, Here is a tag. You can put it this way, you can put it this way and see the butterflies. Little tab, you open it, and here is a pocket, and this is a belly band, which is, this could fit in here. That's kind of narrow. I'll just have to put another one. I knew there was one that I hadn't filled up. So again, it's just what I think, you know, some botanical in it. And here is, again, this little quote. It says, "Wildflowers in her hair, stay wild, gypsy child, dance under the stars, kindred spirits, blame it on my gypsy spirits." And that's why I have stars stenciled in, because of this quote. And I glued it so that a little tag, and it says, "Beautiful you." So there's a tag, it kind of fits in there. The doily, you see the technique there. Just using up bits and pieces of my stamps and the book page. And here is another, maybe this one will go on the other, that belly band. And here's another quote. "She was a wild, wicked slip of a girl. She burned too bright for this world." So this is, you know, trying to straddle that gypsy botanical description of the swap. And this is why I had those stars there. And again, here is another printable right here. And I have it lined with some sequins and lace. And my dogs always bark when I'm filming. It's just one of those things in my life. And it flips this way, and there's like a side-loading pocket. And here's a tag. So you could journal right here, and you could journal on the pocket, because it's, and you can see how I was just using all my bits and pieces that I knew they were useful for a reason. I left this just because it was pretty. And here is the beginning, well, this ends the second signature and the beginning of the third. And here is some fringe and this bling. I'm working on this, and then we have a little tag there, journal on it, and it goes back in. And I found this ribbon, very dramatic. And here it is, and this, I like this. These are some doilies. They're sprayed with some gold spray, and it's just folded, and it's kind of like a page in itself. This is a relatively new stamp for me. I found it at a thrift store, and I kind of like it very much so. I'm not going to stop because of my crazy dogs. And again, you see, it's like 2 layers of lace right here. This avocado green and then the daisies. And okay, I guess that's it. And here you see a napkin, a little piece of material, some lace, and the book pages, more napkin decoupage. And like I said, you can see why I like these illustrations. Aren't they just, they're pretty, even though they're kind of not very exciting plants. I think they're very pretty. Okay, so here we go. Here's these pockets, because the paper was strong enough that you could fold it over. Here's a tag I made. And this is another one. I just didn't want vintage to show, and I had this sticker, so I put it in there. And let's see, nope, glued it all the way down. Sometimes I glue them so a tiny little tag can go in there. I guess I didn't. And this, and when you put them all together, it looks really pretty. Okay, this is a tag, just a half page, and you can see I put the blossoms, I put some sequins. Another little pocket, and there's 2 tags, this little tiny one. And this other one, come on, don't be difficult. And so there it is. And this is one tag right here. And here is a tiny little one. And as we continue, I like this. This is a die cut. Another belly band. And this has 2 tags. This is what you can do with your little 2-inch strips. This is a punch and the stamp. So So it makes a long tag. And this is a journaling card, and again, another one of those stamps. And they kind of go together well. I love this paper because it's just a pretty lilac color. And this is a gigantic tag. You could do that. The new owner, if they want to put a hinge there, that would look really pretty. And here's a little lace pocket. That's the doily, stenciling, lace, more lace, another doily. And here's the other side of that lace. And again, another tag. And as you can see, I just didn't really want to mess with that. It's just pretty. I like it. I like this paper. And we come to another one of these little strips of paper, half sheets, and it also has a pocket. What you can do with your leftover pieces, like I said, you can tell them a junk journal. I save everything to make into a tag. This is a card. I just put some white paper in the back, and there it goes. And here, I had a friend, I don't know, somebody gave me this. And I know people have you've seen them before. I don't know who passes them out, but somebody gave me one of these. And I just put paper on the back. And again, I love this printable. And I just put them together. This is the stamp. I don't know where I got that one from. Again, the Botanicals. This is a stamp I hadn't tried, so I decided, oh yeah, a gypsy would be selling flowers. And create your own dream. And again, you can see I made a little journaling spot here, and the die cut. And then we come to the end, and I seem to have done quite a big splash with these. And you can see this is lavender, and it has a little belly band kind of tag there with a ribbon. And up here, I have an envelope. This is an envelope where you can write, and you can see, man, I was going crazy with whatever I was doing with this back. And so anyway, here's an envelope. It could probably go somewhere else, anywhere. All these tags. You can see there's a lot of tags in this journal. And again, using up your leftover paper. But once you put your tags, it changes the whole look of this back page. And so you can see in the back my little coins that make some noise. And this is my example of a boho journal with a botanical slant to it. I hope I think I like it. I kept adding and adding, and I think if you've never tried a boho, just get all your materials that you normally wouldn't use, because they're not. This is not a subtle type of journal, I guess I want to say. So again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.